This is Guatemala, a land where volcanic landscapes stretch endlessly, offering some of the most breathtaking views imaginable. This incredible place is also the setting for our next big adventure, the ascent of Volcan Acatenango, one of the highest volcanoes in all of Central America. Summiting this volcano also marks a milestone of something that we started 10 years ago, but more on that later. If you're new around here, we're Nicole and Mico, and together with our dog Evie, we're on a slow overland journey that started in Canada, went through the US and Mexico, and finally has us arriving in our first Central American country, Guatemala. This country has so much to offer, and we're kicking off the Guatemala video series with one of our most epic adventures yet.
Oh my god!
Oh, that is so cool.
We're like literally 30 seconds away from base camp, and then that thing just erupted. It's like it's welcoming us here.
If you're into pushing your limits, visiting unique destinations,
Lying down, I'm looking at the roof, and then it was like, good morning. What the heck, a volcano? How amazing.
and discovering the wonders of the natural world, then you're not gonna want to miss our first Guatemalan adventure.
Oh my god.
I think we made it.
How much it goes?
Further up?
Okay.
Okay. We almost made it.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Volcano Day. It is bright and early here this morning. It is just 6:30. We are on our way to the meeting point where our tour group is going to pick us up for this hike. So we thought we'd take the opportunity to tell you guys a bit about the tour group that we chose to do this hike with. So we went with V Hiking Tourists, and we went with them for a couple of reasons. Primary one is that they have excellent reviews online, and that definitely sold us on them. But we also went with them because they have a really community feel. They're locally owned and locally operated, and that is something that Mico and I love and really look for when we are traveling. So our first stop this morning is to get picked up by them, and then we're gonna drive over in a big van together with our group and actually head over to the owner's mom's house for breakfast.
In case you haven't noticed, it's a beautiful day for hiking today, although I'm a little bit nervous.
I'm so nervous
about what we're about to do. We've got the dog with us today as well. She's gonna be joining us on the hike.
Yeah.
I think she's probably the most prepared, but she doesn't know it, and it's probably because we're carrying all of her stuff.
All of her stuff.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? You got your bandana? It says Evie. Now we won't get you mistaken for any other mountain dog.
Soy Marvin. Hola, amigo.
Hola, Nico.
¿Cómo estás?
Nico.
Marvin, mucho gusto. Chicos, por favor.
No, off, Evie, off. Oh my god, off.
Excuse me.
No,
Evie.
miss. Seriously, off. Right here, come on, girl.
While we make our way to the rest of the group and the starting point of the hike, I figured this might be a good time to tell you a little bit about the area. Antigua is one of the most unique cities we have ever visited. It is closely surrounded by numerous volcanoes like Volcan de Acatenango, and Fuego. Agua is easy to spot because Antigua sits right next to the base of it. Acatenango and Fuego are visible too, but they're a little further away. For this adventure, we'll be hiking up Acatenango, which is a dormant volcano. There have not been any eruptions in recent history, and so with a little luck, we should be able to get to the summit in time to see tomorrow's sunrise. Volcan de Fuego, on the other hand, is another story. This volcano is very active, and you wouldn't need to do any research to know that. It is spewing smoke and fumes multiple times an hour, day and night. You can see it all the way from the city of Antigua, but for an even better vantage point, we'll be spending the night on Acatenango Volcano so that we can witness the eruptions firsthand.
It was about an hour's drive here, but we have arrived to Elvin's family home. And on the way here, we actually started to get views of the volcanoes in this area. It is so cool to be here. And very cool, and also very scary, to know that we're actually going to be starting to climb one of these volcanoes very soon. And if all goes well, we're even going to be at the top.
Chicos, buenos días, bienvenidos. Adelante, por favor, bienvenidos.
Gracias.
Hola. Por aquí pueden sentarse. Y hay tortillas. Las tortillas son muy buenas porque les dan fuerza por sí.
Mi nombre es Enrique y desde ya bienvenido a Guatemala, ¿verdad? A la casa de Evie, la agencia Evie Hiking. Bienvenido, chicos.
So something else that's great about this tour is if you actually don't have the gear you need to do this hike, like big puffy jackets, backpacks, mitts, toques, hiking boots even, you can rent all of that here for a really reasonable price just for the up and down, you know, the 2 days. So if that is something that you have to do, it's something that Mico and I might do. We haven't quite decided yet. We might rent a couple extra little things, we'll see. I think if nothing else, we are hoping to rent some hiking sticks because this hike is going to be steep.
Once everyone was fed and geared up, we began reviewing the hiking plan. In short, we'll be spending the next 5 hours ascending Volcan Acatenango to reach our base camp on the volcano. Base camp is 1,200 meters or 4,000 feet higher than our starting point and will offer an amazing view of the eruptions from the neighbouring Volcan de Fuego. Our guides mentioned that we'll be taking plenty of breaks, but the hike will start off steep before leveling off to flatter terrain. Well, they said flat, but the accompanying hand motion suggested it might still be challenging. After reaching base camp, we'll have lunch, rest, and then there will be an optional hike to get closer to Volcan de Fuego. We'll spend the night at base camp, and in the morning, we'll have a 3 a.m. wake-up call to make the final push to the summit in time for sunrise. To be honest, the early morning wake-up sounded dreadful, but we knew it would be worth it. We hopped in the van one last time for a very short ride to the trailhead.
Vamos, chicos.
All right, we are officially starting this hike.
I feel like we just stepped off the van on the side of the road and started walking.
Yeah, and it's already super steep.
So steep.
And super uphill. That's the main characteristic about this hike, is that it doesn't take the scenic route. It's very direct, and it'll take you straight uphill as quickly as it can. Evie so far seems to be enjoying it, although she is pretty worried that we're at the back of the pack, and she wants to be at the very front already. First break, how you feeling?
First break, I'm tired. If I'm being honest, I have not been feeling well for the last 3 days. I have had some kind of weird stomach bug, so I'm coming into this a little nervous. Yeah, I'm not feeling my best, but it's okay because it's completely worth it to be here and to persevere through it, to climb a volcano.
That's where we're coming from, over there. And still, I assume somewhere over there.
Yeah, I mean we're a whopping 20 minutes in, so I won't lie, this is darn hard. But we're taking lots of breaks. I'm so grateful for that.
We're taking a break in looks like a village, partway up the mountain. And it's actually kind of nice. They got like little souvenir shops and places you can buy water and stuff. It's just super handy. And snacks. Something that we've been a little bit worried about on this hike was how Evie would be with other dogs, because there's lots of dogs on this hike, we've been told, and we could already see some. There's this guy here, he's just a dog from the community. And so far what I can see is that none of the dogs seem really that territorial. Maybe they're all really used to people coming through their places all the time. They almost seem like they just want food or snacks or crumbs from all the tourists coming through. So far they've been really nice.
We learned pretty quickly that the guides were trained to keep a certain pace that kept everyone moving on schedule. It wasn't too fast, but it wasn't too slow either. The scenery kept changing, and to some extent that provided a nice distraction from the physical exercise, but not always.
This is so hard.
The views.
They're awesome. I can hardly breathe. It's hard.
This must be the part of the hike where you're going through a forest. It's actually really, really cool. And it's nice because it's so sunny out, but all the trees and the foliage is giving some great shade. Otherwise this would be a really hard hike. So far so good. It's beautiful here.
Despite the tough climb, we always managed to put one foot in front of the other and appreciated that the hiking conditions could have been a lot worse.
What's really nice is that the weather is still holding. It's still blue skies. It's so beautiful today, even though it's supposed to be rainy season. And it's just been raining like so bad in Antigua. It just, for whatever reason today in this area, it's so good.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because we really couldn't change the date that we were doing this trek. There's a very important reason why we're doing it on this particular day.
Yeah.
But we'll tell you more about that later. But all I'm saying right now is that I am really glad, even though we had no choice on the date, that it's turning out to be a good day so far.
We got so lucky. Oh, here we go again.
So I gotta say, I feel like the environment has changed dramatically. I think it's just because of the altitude that we're at. Slightly different climate up here. I think they called it the cloud forest, or maybe we're above that now. But a lot more pine, it seems like, eh? Less foresty feeling, and there's a lot more wind up here too. But it's still so green. Look at the view beside me now. It's incredible. A little bit hazy, some clouds, but you can still see so far into the distance.
So guys, the difficult part is over.
Really?
Sí, really.
Perfect.
Sí.
That feels amazing.
Now necessary 40 minutes for the base camp.
Okay.
Only. In flat part, okay?
I love that.
Don't worry.
Did you guys hear that? The hardest part's over. All right. In retrospect, it wasn't that hard. If I didn't have the video to remind myself how darn hard that was, I think I could convince myself it wasn't that hard.
At no point during this hike were we able to see the neighboring, constantly erupting Volcan de Fuego, even after 4 hours of nearly non-stop hiking. Now that we were getting closer to base camp, however, that was all about to change.
Oh my God! Oh.
Just when I got here.
Wow. It's gotta be a good sign. That's shooting up huge plumes of smoke, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
We're like literally 30 seconds away from base camp, and then that thing just erupted. Shot up a huge plume of smoke. Don't see any lavas or anything, but that's wow. It's like it's welcoming us here. Wow, look at that plume.
Wow.
Wow.
Like, that's wild. I think we made it to camp.
Woohoo! We made it.
This feels like paradise.
We made it, guys. Welcome to base camp.
Thank you.
Welcome to base camp,
Thank
guys.
you.
Welcome, guys.
We made it.
You did it, girl. Oh my God.
She made it. She made it. She's like, what's a volcano?
Why are we exactly?
Like, why did we here for?
There's not even a lake I can jump in.
Yeah, there's no lake.
That was easily one of the hardest hikes I've done in a very long time. But it was short, like it's only 5 hours or something, so totally worth it for that view.
Even just to get here right now and have the Fuego Volcano without any clouds on it and have it just erupt right as we got here, it made the entire day worth it. And there's still so much more to come. This has been so good. My girl, you made it. You made it, Leaves.
What's your name?
You made it. This is Eve, you're facing, as usual, the wrong way. The volcano's on the other side. The volcano's over there, girl.
They're not interested in me, thank you. Mico and Nicole.
Nico y Nicole. Ah, ok. Tú estás acá.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
We've been assigned a cabin. Should we go see our house? Yeah, I want to go see the house. Oh wow! It's like you open it and it's a bed.
Oh, wow.
We could see the volcano from our bed. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like I can see the reflection of the volcano right off the window there.
Okay, this looks so comfortable. This is literally the whole cabin is a bed. Wow! Double mattresses and a super cozy blanket. A couple of sleeping bags each. I think there's actually 3 here. A couple of pillows. And I can literally sit up and see the volcano. So, lying down, I'm looking at the roof, and then it was like, good morning. What the heck, a volcano? How amazing. Wow, so this is another reason that we chose V Hiking Tours as our tour guide today, is because we knew that they had an awesome spot on the volcano for views of the other volcano. Also, I'm really loving that we are in like a hard-sided wooden cabin, because I've heard it gets really cold here, but I think we're gonna sleep like the dead in this thing. Some of the other cabins or providers have like canvas-sided tents or tarps even, and they can be really noisy, really windy, and very cold. But I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that tonight.
Okay. At base camp is also where we're having lunch. And these are the packed lunches that they provide.
What did the chef cook up? Oh, that looks good.
So good.
Evie's coming for a sniff test.
We got rice, what looks like nuggets, pineapple, egg, and some little tomato salad. The rice, honestly, is what I'm really going for right now. I just feel like I need the carbs.
Yeah, I need carbs too. Heaven.
So it's definitely getting a little chillier now. The clouds are rolling in a bit more, but it's kind of cool because every now and then you can hear something happening on that mountain, like some sort of eruption. And then even though you can't see where it's coming from,
Because
you
it's
can
covered in clouds.
because it's covered in clouds, you can see the plume of it. It's really, really cool.
I think something I underestimated when like planning this trip or thinking about coming here is that you can really hear the explosions.
Yeah,
I hadn't really thought about if I could hear them, but you can really hear them.
it sounds like Nicole and I are from the Canadian Rockies, but it sounds like
No.
almost like an avalanche is happening in the distance. That's what, but it's so much quicker. It's like a little rumbling and it stops, and then you see this kind of gray plume come out. Wow, this fog is rolling in though, and it's making things look really ominous.
As mesmerizing as it was to watch the clouds roll over the neighboring volcano, it was starting to negatively impact our day. Normally, this is the time when we would have been given the option to do an additional hike to get closer to Fuego's summit and possibly see lava-filled eruptions. However, the fog was making an already dangerous hike even more risky, so our guides were weighing up the safety concerns of this extra hike.
So it sounds like the extra hike that you could do at this point, which is to go to closer to the Fuego crater, which is like another 3-hour hike, like there and back. Because of so much fog, they're saying it's not possible, but we'll continue to monitor in case the weather gets better. If it does get better, then we can still go. If it doesn't get better, then I think we're just gonna be here for the rest of the day, and then yeah, maybe have some. He said maybe some fire and some hot drinks or something like that.
Ooh.
The dog is out. We've got our cold stuff on because it is getting chillier.
It's so chilly now.
And I was telling Nicole that I probably should have bought a nicer black hat back in Antigua because I feel like I'm gonna rob a bank or something right now.
You look like you're gonna rob a bank for sure. But the only options in Antigua were this one. This was the option in Antigua. So I think that's better.
It's official. We're not gonna be going to the Fuego hike today. And they just gave us some nice hot chocolate and a cookie. Just honestly, it's so good. I just need the hot warmth of a drink inside my stomach right away.
The cookies and hot chocolate were a nice distraction, but we legitimately were getting worried that despite our best efforts to climb all the way up here, our volcano views were done, and we'd spend the rest of the trip sitting in the fog. We held on to a sliver of hope and stood outside by the fire waiting for even just one moment where we could see the peak clearly.
Wow. Look behind you, babe. Pretty good.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I'll take that for sure.
That's amazing. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That's pretty cool.
I think it's cool. It just happens continuously.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stop. It just.
I keep hearing the booms, like,
Yeah.
it's so
if you miss
constant.
All the time. Like
Yeah.
every 5 minutes.
If you miss it, it's not a big deal because it'll be another one.
Yeah.
10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The sky soon turned into a dazzling red as the sunset unfolded somewhere in the distance, and our group cozied up by the fire hoping to stay warm. We thought the views for the day were coming to an end, but the evening had its own spectacle in store for us. The fog began to lift, and suddenly we could truly appreciate how high up we were, seeing huge towering clouds in the distance and at eye level. Those clouds brought their own kind of light show. The dissipating fog also meant that we could see Fuego again, and this time it looked even more active than ever.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
And then, for the first time, we saw it. The red tinge of lava from an eruption.
Oh my god, so cool. That was the first time that we've actually seen lava come out of the volcano. I'm not sure if we caught it on the camera, but that was so cool.
And there's also like thunder,
Lightning
over there,
Lightning over there.
So
Yeah.
it's all very ominous.
The night is definitely way better than I expected.
Well, that ended up becoming a really fast night. We had dinner around the fire, and then watched the volcano erupt a little bit more. It was actually kind of cool seeing it this time of the night because it's so dark and you can actually really see the redness of the lava.
Through like the billowing smoke that also comes out with it.
And you can see some of it even run down the side of the mountain.
It's really, really cool.
But now we're back in our little cabin thingy, and we have an early wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 8:30 p.m. and we're going to bed because we are getting up at 3 o'clock to go to the top of this volcano Acatenango, for hopefully an epic sunrise.
So we're gonna head to Hay, and we'll catch you guys in the morning.
If you've never slept beside an erupting volcano before, then let us share with you the most important thing we learned this night. Volcanoes don't really care that you're trying to sleep. It is 10 after 3. We are just getting up to hike up the top of this volcano, but we had the coolest night.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had a lot of sleep. It's been really broken.
Yeah.
But it's because every now and then we kind of hear a rumbling, and we would shoot up and look out the window and just see such an incredible sight.
It was so stinking cool. The volcano was just going off all through the night, and we could hear it. So anytime we heard it, we would just pop up, look out this window right here, and from the comfort of our cabin, watch the volcano erupt. I feel like anything else that happens on this sunrise hike now, any other views we get, is just a cherry on top.
I think for now we're just gonna start getting ready, and in about 20 minutes we're gonna start walking up to the mountain. Alright, and so begins our 90-minute long hike to the top. I think we've got about 300 meters of elevation to gain, and then we should be in a perfect position to see an amazing sunrise and Volcano Fuego during this epic morning.
I feel like I've been run over by a bus.
Thanks, T. Altitude just makes me so short of breath. I feel like I have no energy too.
Yeah, no energy. Not to mention not a lot of sleep, of course, but that's honestly the least of our concerns right now. It's the terrain. This terrain is hard. It's like you take a step, it's like walking in sand uphill. Like you take a step and you kind of fall back a bit.
Yeah.
It's like a volcanic rock, but it's really loose. and it's not fun to walk on.
This is definitely one of the hardest things we've done in a while. But I really feel like it's gonna be worth it. The weather's already so amazing today. Look at the view down over in that, I don't know what city that is. I don't know if that's Antigua or something similar, something closer. I don't know, but it's so gorgeous right now.
This has got to be one of those things they only do. I feel like a little crazy.
Final push. It's the final push up. You got this, baby. I think we're so close to the top. I can hear people cheering. Thank you.
Eso.
Thank you.
Venga.
Oh my god.
I think we made it.
Vamos, chicos.
Further up?
Okay.
Okay. We almost made it.
Oh my god.
That's it, girl. Good job. Hey, you did it, babe. Nice job.
Thanks. You too. Holy smokes.
Hard part is over. We just need to find a nice spot to sit.
Yeah. Watch the sunrise. Oh my gosh.
Wow, babe. You found the perfect spot to sit.
I did, didn't I?
Look,
We
Evie's
got-
with you.
Sunrise over here and Fuego going off right there. Oh my god. That was so hard, but it was also very worth it.
But we finally got ourselves situated. We got the sunrise on that side, and then the volcano going off on the other side. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty magical view.
I think something that's been underappreciated on this journey so far, up to the top of this volcano, is that we can actually see a bunch of other volcanoes here. It looks really cool to just look out and see all these neat little peaks that I'm assuming are volcanoes.
The Guatemala landscape from here is so amazing, and I think the morning kind of gives it a whole different feel because it's actually still quite clear. There's a bit of a morning mist and a fog covering the landscape, but it's still so cool.
Considering how high we are, I'm so impressed with the weather we've gotten.
Considering how much work it was to get up here,
Oh my god.
I'm so impressed that we're getting this.
So grateful we're getting this.
And the volcano Fuego is still so clear.
Yeah.
So earlier yesterday, we kind of teased that we had to do this hike exactly on this day. And that's because today, Nicole and I are celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary. And we decided we wanted to do something cool. And we thought, why not go up a volcano?
The volcano's exploding a little bit as you say that. That's so cool.
We keep saying that, like some years of anniversary, like I think it's like 5 years. It's like a paper anniversary. There's like a wood anniversary.
Golden anniversary.
I don't know what 10 years is.
I looked it up. It's the tin anniversary.
Yeah, we're redefining that to be the volcano anniversary. So from here onwards, it's gonna be volcano anniversary.
At least it is for us.
So yeah,
Yeah, happy anniversary.
happy anniversary.
10 years.
10 years. We've done a lot of cool adventures in 10 years. I think this is a good one.
have.
This is a good way to cap off the first decade of adventures
Marriage.
together.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. That's wild.
They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward. With sparks in the air, he would stare at her in class, and she would try to act cool. But it was obvious, like, ooh, they would be together, ooh. And one day she said, write me a love song, 'cause I know you'll make it beautiful. And maybe I'll call you my sweetheart, and promise nobody can steal me away. Then I am yours. They're in love now, and I wanted you to know.
Well guys, this has been one heck of a journey. It has been super hard, but super rewarding, and I'm really glad we did it on a really special day for us.
Yeah, we hope you like the adventure. Make sure you, I can't even think right now, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And subscribe if you want to see more adventures in Guatemala. We are just getting started. There's lots left to do.
Yes, and if you guys want to take the same tour that we did, we'll put a link down in the description to V hiking tours. You can check them out if you would like to. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
What an anniversary.
Yeah,
This is one for the books.
it's gonna be hard to top 20 years.
20, we gotta do something cooler. Oh God, what do you do?
I don't know. We've already
Kilimanjaro.
No, we're gonna do it way before that for sure. Next year.
We've already done Everest Base Camp, so we can't do that. We can just do Everest Base Camp again.
Yeah. With the dog.
With the dog.